My name is Karen Carroll. My app is classcraft. Classcraft is an engaging management system for your school or classroom. The program creates a meaningful learning experience for students using a gaming system. So I'm going to go ahead and start signing into Classcraft. I have already set up Google Classroom, so I use my Google Classroom account to link my Classcraft, so that it'll port over my students. So when you get started with Classcraft, um, you'll see that you'll have to set up your students into your Classcraft account. So I've already set up my students, and they're already actually in Classcraft. I use Classcraft for classroom management. My students are over here to the left. This is your home button. So you'll know that that's your home button. This is the group of students. The game dashboard is what it's called. So at the very top, the left, those are my students, and I can do them individually, or I can do them or add points to their accounts as a class. We have been working on particular behaviors in my classroom. So I will click on this particular student, so it'll show you her whatever classroom, the character she selected. She selected this character, and it'll show you what power she has. So as they earn points for behavior, they can buy all of these different powers. Something that we have actually been working on. Let me show you. We've been working on, if I wanted to add to her points, we've been working on encouraging other students. We've been working on things like keeping your hands and feet to yourself. So this particular student has done well with this. So I'll just click on her name, and it automatically adds the points to her. So as she continues to work on those things, then I'll add points. I like to go to the class portion of this so that I'll have everyone actually in my face, so that I can add points that way. I'll go down to this student, and I noticed that he was demonstrating a positive attitude, so I can just add 100 points to him. This has become like a competition in my classroom to see who can get the most points. The students are very excited about this. So this week we've particularly been working on respecting others and keeping our hands and respecting others and in their things. So I'm going to give that student particular points. As you can see to the right, the points are quickly adding up based on how many points they're given. You can create teams. I have not created teams. Like I said, this is my first experience with Classcraft. I'm very excited because I needed a classroom management behavior tool, and this has given me that. This is particularly how I use Classcraft in my classroom. I know that you can also use Classcraft for lesson plans and all of that. So it's different class tools you can use. This is tools that you can use as far as your students gaining I guess, tools to use as they play the game. Um, there's a messaging board that they can message me. I can message them. I did send one of my students a message one day. So this is pretty neat. You can also set up a demo classroom. As you can see, there's a demo classroom set up here. Takes a little while to load certain things on on these, but you can do story modes where the students can look at stories. There's guidebooks. There's a community. My students have headphones in their own Chromebooks, so they can pretty much listen to the stories. It'll introduce whatever it is whatever lesson that you're teaching, it will introduce that lesson to the students. And as you can see, there is a guide for teachers, there's a guide for students. So it's pretty neat. So if you want to go back to the home page or go back to the gaming system, this is the one that I use the most. This is classcraft. I will eventually assign a team so the students will learn how to work with a team in doing this particular app. I have enjoyed classcraft, and this is how I use classcraft in my classroom.